Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ and Sons in our NCAA football series here with the Florida State Seminoles. And we have got a heck of an episode for y'all today. We're going to get this one started out facing off against number 11 NC State. Now we are only one loss on the season, so we have been moved up to the number 4 team in the nation. And looking at this one, it should be a pretty tough one, kind of like how last season was made out. With NC State having a pretty powerful passing offense. But their rushing offense kind of lacked. And that's where we got them last season. And I think, we can probably pull off the same basic thing this season as well. They're still a powerful passing team, but their rush offense was around number 66 in the country. So a little ways to go from there. Now, our stats still haven't really caught up so much from the Michigan game, from playing tough opponents like Miami and all that. So we're still a little bit down in the dumps rating wise, but we have only the one loss on the year, and so we are making the best of it. Now, gonna look at the recruiting here. In some ways it's not going how we would have completely expected with the performances that we've been able to put on, right? And I get that some of these guys are locking us out. A lot of them we're not the primary on. And for the most part, most of these guys that we're kind of trailing behind, they're not from Florida, and a lot of them aren't complete pipeline states either. Some of them, like Brian Cox, are, and he just wants to go to Miami. Like, that's the downside to recruiting in Florida, is you have guys that just want to go to Miami. I do think if we continue to perform at a high level, we can pull off come from behind and snag a couple of these guys. But other ones, talking about from South Carolina, some players from Texas, those are going to be a lot tougher to do. We have mostly nationally televised games, but we're going to have to, I think, play a little bit better coming up over these next few weeks. And we've got this, and like I said, in this episode, we start off against NC State. They're number 11 right now. And then we'll play Louisville, that is a top 25 team as well. So a couple of big-time matchups, nationally televised, not prime time in the evening, but, afternoon nationally televised games. A lot of exposure there and a lot of opportunity to come back and kind of hopefully claim some of these guys that we're trailing behind. Now, as we get down to the bottom of the recruiting list, these are some that we've just added on. You see a lot more of the 3-star athletes coming in, when our main focus really ended up being the 4 stars and a lot of the 5-star players. But I think as we come through this list, even some of these lower rated guys, they might have some potential. So I'm not going to turn them away automatically. Here we're just removing people who have already committed to other schools or we trail so far behind on. There's really, I don't even think a solid performance allows us to catch up with them. Now, we do have a couple of guys ready for visits to get scheduled here. First one, Mark Fletcher is an athlete, 77 overall. And then here we have defensive tackle Will Rankin, 68 overall, and Tom Robinson, a wide receiver, at 64 overall. So right now we're just working out the points. We've already offered them a scholarship, and now we're going to go ahead and get their visit scheduled. I could bring them in against NC State or even Louisville. A couple of teams, the 2 teams we're playing in this episode. But some of these guys I want to put on in the biggest games. Florida is one of our biggest games. Clemson is one of our biggest rivalry games. So those are the ones I truly want them to see and to visit on. So that's kind of the theory that we had going behind putting some of these guys in Florida. Plus, I wasn't going to about to put them with a competitor in the same position, right? So now that is done, let's jump into this game here as NC State will have possession of the ball around 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. We were unable to score on our first possession, so NC State trying to get something going here on their about second possession of the game. Devin Leary is their quarterback, 6 of 8 so far in this one, but not very many yards. And he did complete that one for a 5-yard pass. So now it's 2nd and 5 from the shotgun. Leary has it, the snap, drops back, finds Gray, gets past one tackler, then is blasted right at the sideline. But he picks up the 6 yards needed for the first down, and that's going to give the Wolfpack a first and 10 at the Seminole 27-yard line. as they continue to move the ball here. Now 7 of 9 for 69 yards. So they're going to be in a shotgun formation, 3 wide, all to the right side. This time they hand it off to Houston, cuts back left. Dent chasing him, and he's going to hit him and push him out of bounds. But Jordan Houston picks up 11 yards. This NC State offense is no joke. They struggled in the rushing game, but they seem to be pulling off things pretty well. Houston's already got 25 yards on 2 carries so far. Now they're coming out in a pistol formation. They're sending a tight end in motion across the formation from left to right. As they look over the defense. Now they have the snap. Leary hands it off to Houston. He's going to be hit up the middle. Briggs brings him down for a 2-yard loss. Great play by Briggs to get past his man and get into the backfield and to make that stop. So now 2nd and 12 from the 18. They are inside the red zone. This is really where our defense has showed up a lot this season, is in these red zone moments, getting big-time stops. They're coming out in the pistol once again, handed off to Crowell to the right side. He's got space, tries to make a move, but he's going to be brought down after a 6-yard rush. And that was a pretty good blocking scheme by the Wolfpack there, as they had all those edges sealed off. And we finally bring him down after 6 yards. That's going to make it 3rd and 5. This time they come out in a shotgun formation. Looks like about 5 wide in this set. Leary all by himself has the snap. No pressure comes. He drops it off to Tuttle, who's going to get stopped short, though. Christopher Tuttle only picks up 3 yards. He had to come back to that ball, and that's why he got stopped shy of that first down marker. And that's going to make it 4th and 2 here on this one. So we should be able to get the stop. They are going to attempt the field goal. I've never seen one of these blocked in this game. If you have, put down in the comments. Let me know, how do you make that happen? I haven't seen it done in the NCAA game. So they do get the opening field goal going. They fire the opening shots. And now here we are having to respond on a 2nd and 4 at our own 32-yard line, making changes at the line. Credible drops back. Pressure comes. He fights forward and is going to get brought down. He's actually going to lose a yard. They're going to call that a sack. So he'll be sacked for a 1-yard loss to make it 3rd and 5 now from the 31. Credible in the shotgun. 3 wide. 2-back set. Has the snap. They bring a blitz again. Credible rolls out to the right. He's got space. He's going to take it himself at the 40 and finally runs out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. Picking up 12 yards right there, and they're actually going to mark him out at the 43. But he does pick up 12 yards and a first down. So now 1st and 10 in a pistol. Handed off to Ward up the middle. He's got a big hole open. Ward, no one's going to get him. He's at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Seminoles. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Trayshawn Ward for the 57-yard touchdown. As soon as he got through that hole, nobody could catch him. He's got too much speed. They got close, but not close enough. And that's going to snatch the lead away from the Wolfpack in a single play. And that's going to give us an opportunity here for this extra point as we put that up and through Fitzgerald on the money. And that makes it 7-3 here against the Wolfpack. Now looking at Wake Forest, we have already beat them. They're still the number 23 team in the nation now, but they're losing to Army 10-7 at home. That's not boding well for them. Now here on the next possession by the Wolfpack, they're on the move again. As they come out in a pistol formation, play action. Leary drops back, fires it over to Crowell, who drops that pass. Leary's 10 of 13 for 92 yards so far, but no scores, no touchdowns by them at this point at least. Now dropping those little passes off like that is going to get dangerous for them. Our defense has potential to jump those and to snag that right out of the air in front of their receiver. Now they're going to come out in a shotgun, 5 wide once again. Leary has the snap. Pressure comes up the middle. He's going to fire it over. Gray's got it. He's hit, and he's going to fumble. Gainer picks it up, and he's quickly brought down at the 10-yard line. Gray made an awesome catch, but the hit just forced the ball loose. Clean shot to his shoulder. Robinson with the smack, and that's going to jar the ball open, and we will pick that one up, get the recovery, and that's going to give our offense another chance. Now here we come a little later in the second. 5.5 minutes remaining, leading 7-3. Credible drops back to pass, fires it deep down the right side. He had a man, but he dropped it short. Jakeem Harris takes advantage and knocks that one to the turf, almost intercepted. Credible is only 5 of 8 on the day, so his passing offense is kind of struggling. But with Ward breaking off that big run, it's really kind of helped us out a lot. Now on a 2nd and 10, Credible hands it off to Ward, open over the middle. Big time hole, and he's going to get brought down after a 15-yard rush. Ward's already at 97 yards on the day after only having 8 carries. Now when you got a rushing game working as well as that, you kind of have to feed it a little bit. Maybe we can use a play action coming up here after that for maybe a big play, but right now go with what's working. 1st and 10, handed off to Ward to the right side. He gets hit but brought down after a gain of 7 this time. And that puts him right over the 100-yard mark here in the first half. Still just about 4.5 minutes remaining. He's got 104 yards there on 9 carries. So 2nd and 3 from inside the red zone at the 17-yard line. Credible's going to come out in the shotgun. We got 5 wide. He's all alone in the backfield. They bring pressure. He fires it quickly. He's got Winston Wright. Makes man miss and finally brought down at about the 6-7 line. Picking up 11 yards on his first catch of the day. Great job finding him amongst all that pressure, all those blitzers that were coming at him. Stood in the pocket tough and delivered that ball. Now 1st and goal. Credible still in the shotgun. Drops back. Stands tall in the pocket, rolling out to the right. He's going to fire that back across, and it's almost intercepted. Looking for Justin Jones in the back of the end zone. But he seemed to have stopped his route, which allowed the defender to make a great play to deflect it. Almost an even better play had he intercepted it. But he does drop it, so it's 2nd and goal now. Just under 4 minutes remaining. And it's going to be a play action. Credible rolling out to his left. He's going to take it himself, lowering his shoulder, and he's going to be hit after a gain of 4 yards. That's going to make it 3rd and goal. He didn't have much of a chance for the score, but a physical run either way. Now 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line here. The time is still moving. About 3 minutes remaining at this point. Credible's 3 wide in a pistol formation. 2-back set, has a snap. Pressure gets there quickly. He finds Wilson in the back of the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. Oh my goodness. Oh baby. Oh baby. Credible to Johnny Wilson. The blitz, the pressure got there. And it was right in his face, and he delivered a hell of a pass standing in that pocket. And that's going to make this, after this extra point attempt, should be about 14-3 after it. Fitzgerald, money, right down the middle. 14-3 is the score here, 3 minutes remaining in the 2nd quarter. Now after we get it, our defense does its job and gets another stop. Here we are quickly on the move, firing it over to Justin Jones over the middle, picking up 8 yards. Minute and a half remaining here in the 2nd quarter, so still first half to go. Right now we got a 2-score lead, 14-3, trying to expand on that. Going quickly in the shotgun, 4 wide. Looking over the play call at the sideline, has the snap, Credible. Stands in the pocket, rolls left. He's got some space, but he fires it down the field, and he's got Johnny Wilson again for 22 yards. Big-time gain by Wilson. 4 receptions for 36 yards, and the 1 touchdown for him on the day. He's having a pretty good afternoon. Credible's 9 of 13 for 75 yards and the 1 touchdown. So a minute 11 remaining since Wilson got out of bounds. The clock has stopped. Credible drops back. Hands that one off to Ward on a draw play. Cuts left, and Ward aiming for the out-of-bounds marker. And it looks like he is going to get out of bounds. That's going to be a 7-yard gain. He's got about 120-some-odd yards at this point. So a minute and 6 seconds remaining. 2nd and 3 from the 13-yard line. Credible has the snap. They bring a blitz. He's going to fire that off to Ward. There's nobody on the screen pass. And Ward is going to march into the end zone easily. So, oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Ward got the screen. The blitz almost got there, but with timing that out perfectly, no defender was even in the area. And Ward just waltzes into the end zone, and that's going to give us a 21-3 lead here at that point. Now, by the time the half came around, NC State did add on a 2nd field goal in the closing seconds of that first half, so the score at halftime is 21-6. Now, we got a pretty big lead and should be able to try to seal this thing up in the 3rd quarter if our offense plays just as efficient as we have been. And our defense has done a great job tying up this Wolfpack offense, except for the plays at the end of the half that led to that field goal. Outside of that, we've gotten great pressure on their quarterback, the big hits to get the turnovers. We have blown a couple of plays, but overall not too bad. It's done a very good job so far up to this point, holding them only to the 6. Now, they do have 175 passing yards and only 53 rushing yards. We knew that was a possibility coming into the game, so can't be too shocked by that. Now, we have 89 passing to our 139 rushing. Once again, that's kind of about where we would expect at times. Our rushing game has really taken off with Ward making the big plays and the big runs. So you got to kind of keep feeding that, which takes away from the passing game. So not too much to go off of there. So that is going to be the end of halftime, and we're going to go ahead and jump into this one here in the third quarter. NC State does have the ball, 5.5 minutes remaining. They're going to be in a pistol formation. Leary throws it quickly over to the right, and Renardo Green kind of got in the way. Didn't really deflect it, but was enough of a disturbance on that screen pass that it falls incomplete, and that's going to make it 2nd and 10. Now they're coming out in a shotgun 4 wide. Leary has the snap. He hands it off to Houston on the left side. He runs up the middle, but has not really anywhere to go. DeLoach makes a hit on Houston and brings him down after 2 yards. Jordan Houston's only got 63 yards on the day so far, so he's been pretty well contained this afternoon. Now about the 5-minute mark here in the third quarter, the Wolfpack are facing a 3rd and 8. Leary has the snap. They're obviously going at the screen. They don't have a whole lot out there, but Verse chases Crowell down. Wow, Verse comes from all the way across the field to bring him down, and that's going to force them to punt. Now here we come on our ensuing drive after the punt. Credible in a shotgun, hands out off to Ward off to the left side, and he's going to be stuffed quickly. NC State has made a pretty good adjustment to the run game at this point, so far at least, and he's been kind of contained for the second half. Still has 133 total for the game, but second half has been a little slow go. Now on 2nd and 11, Credible drops back. He sees a little hole. He's going to go himself and pick up only a couple yards. You want to get into a better 3rd and manageable position, but we'll take a positive gain either way. Now 3rd and 9. We are 5 of 7 on 3rd and down conversions this afternoon. I'm trying to continue to improve those numbers. Credible has the snap. They bring a blitz. He rolls out to the right, fires it back over, and that's going to be incomplete. Jakeem Harris, I wouldn't say he got in the way of it, but it was enough of a disturbance. Now we're at the 39-yard line, so a little too close to punt, too far to kick. Might as well go for it. What the hell, why not? 4th and 9, Credible. They bring a quick blitz. He fires it out to right. He's got no one in front of him. Right, walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Turn a 4th and 9 into 6 points right there. They brought the blitz, and that has punished them. That has really punished NC State in this one, and it hits them again as we find Wright going straight up the middle. Nobody on him, of course, because of all the blitzers, and he marches straight into the end zone there, and it's now going to be 28-6 after that extra point. So let's take a look at what's going on in the Big Ten. Michigan, number 5 in the country, is trailing to Penn State 23-21. They are at the start of the 4th quarter, so a lot of football left to be played there. Michigan, the team that handed us our one loss. I'd hate to see them continue to lose another game. That only does not bode well, very, very well for us at least. So now here later in the third, trying to seal it up as we hand it off to Wilson on the end around. He picks up 4 yards right there, just about 40 seconds remaining. We are at the 26-yard line of the Wolfpack on the plus side of the field, facing a 2nd and 6 now. Credible is going to be out in a 3-wide set shotgun formation. Rector at tight end. Play action. Stands over the middle, fires it deep. He's got Wright again. Winston Wright for 26 yards. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Just wide open. A blown coverage on that one. And he's going to get into the end zone incredibly easy there. Just before the end of the third quarter, 3 seconds remaining on that clock as we put that extra point through and lead 35-6. Now this game would not get any better for the Wolfpack. Our game, we handled it very well, very consistent. We actually added one more touchdown on there at the end in a garbage time. We put the backups in and let them kind of seal the deal and finish that one off. Credible does get player of the game, and this was a good little fight for us, showing us what we can do against the top 15 opponent. and holding them to under 10 points. 2 field goals only. They had a very high-powered offense. You saw the passing yards in the first half at 175, but to only hold them to 6 points, that is a great play by the defense. Clutch performance when they had to have it. You bend a little bit, but you never break. And then at other times, you just shut them down, and our defense stood tall for us there. So major victory, 42-6. Number 4 in the country, beating a number 11 team. That's how you're supposed to do it when you want to become, a national staple, a national powerhouse type of school. And this really does set us up for our next game against Louisville. This was a tough test, but it kind of keeps us prepared, keeps us going. It keeps everything moving forward for us the way it should be. And Winston Wright, what a great game by that young man. 2 touchdown catches for him. You can't say enough the impact that young man has for us, especially there being in that slot position. Now, Louisville coming up. They are the number 14 team in the country. They are 4-1 in the conference, 5-2 overall. We are 5-0 in the conference, 6-1 overall. Now you'll notice we have dropped to the number 17. That was the first playoff rankings. It's a pretty standard. Alabama, Ohio State, a couple other SEC. I think at least one other SEC team is undefeated, so they obviously moved them ahead of us. So it's kind of disheartening to drop all the way back to number 7. If you're not going to put us in the top 4, I think we're at least top 5. But this is an opportunity to prove that that's where we truly belong, right? That's what we have available for us. It's an opportunity to prove where we belong there in those rankings. I get it, we're not undefeated, but we can hold our own against any of those undefeated teams. I truly do believe that. We have grown a lot since that week in Ann Arbor, and we're definitely a better team than what we were there. So this is going to be another game at home. We have at least one more after this in our homestand, facing off against number 14 Louisville. Now we will start out with the ball on this one in our opening possession here. It's Credible in the pistol, has a play action going. He's going to fire that deep over the middle. He hits Johnny Wilson for 30 yards. Deep over the middle, Wilson's first catch of the day, and we come out firing. That's not our standard program, but here we are doing it. Great catch by Wilson to lay out and to make that one all the way at the 32-yard line on the plus side of the field. And 1st and 10 now. Hopefully we can try to get a quick score and set the tone of this game. So 1st and 10, Credible is going to be in a shotgun. 3 wide once again. Rector and tight end. Credible drops back, has the pass over to Ward, and he's going to get stopped for no gain. Yeah, it's one of those things where you hope that defensive back trails that receiver a little more than what he was, even though he's in his zone. But still, hey, it wasn't a loss. 2nd and 10 now from the 32-yard line. We're still in a good position. Credible 3 of 3 for passing, 52 yards so far here on the opening drive. Now 2nd and 10, handed off to Ward to the right side. He got around a hole, but nowhere to go. Ketrell Clark comes flying in from his defensive back position and lays the lumber to Ward, putting him to the turf. Pretty violently, too, if I might add. And that's going to make it 3rd and 10. Now Credible on the 3rd and 10. He's going to roll out to the right. He's going to take it himself. He's at the 20. And he runs out of bounds at about the 15-yard line, picking up 17 yards right there and a 1st down. Credible, as soon as he rolled out to the right and saw they all dropped back in the zone, knows he has the speed, and he's going to go ahead and take it himself instead of risking a throw. So 1st and 10 now from the 15. Credible in a pistol formation. 2 backs, 3 wide receivers. He has the snap, hands it off to Ward up the middle. Finds a little bit of running space, and Ward brought down after a gain of 6 yards. It's only his 2nd rush on the day. As y'all saw, his first one went not too well. So the 2nd one picks up at least positive yardage, getting us down to the 10-yard line. Basically ahead of the chains right now with the 2nd and 4. Now Credible is going to come out in a shotgun. 3 wide receiver set. Ward offset to the left side. Credible has the snap, drops back, pressure gets there, gets out of the blitz, fires it over to Rector over the middle, who bails him out, and he's brought down at about the 1-yard line. Wyatt Rector just bailed him out right there. Great play by Credible to avoid the sack and then to find the tight end over the middle. And it looks like they actually spotted that one at about the 2-yard line. So we come out in a shotgun, 4 wide. Spreading him out, hand it off to Ward to the left side. He pushes it forward into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. And that's going to give us an early lead here over the Louisville Cardinals. 6-0 right now. We are going to be going for that extra point, not going for 2. And why would we do that? Fitzgerald. Money middle, Fitzgerald. He's money right down the middle. His last name is Fitzgerald. That's going to give us a 7-0 lead now. So here we are going to jump on ahead to the second quarter. Louisville has tied it up at 7 apiece. 7.5 minutes remaining. We are on the move. Now we're going to hand that one off to Ward to the left side. Has a little running space, and Trayshawn Ward picks up 4 yards on that rush. He's rushed it 6 times for only 11 yards. They're running that 3-3-5 defense right now, Louisville is, and it's one of those things that always gets to us for at least the first half. And this running game has been tough to find any space. So now 2nd and 6. We're going with the option keeper, Credible up the middle, and he's going to pick up 6 yards, and that's going to give us a first down. I'm right there at the 30-yard line of the Cardinals on the plus side of the field. 1st and 10. Credible in a shotgun, 3 wide, but Rector's in the slot right. Ward off to his left side, has the snap. They only rush 4. Credible fires it over. He's got Ja'Kai Douglas coming across the field. Picks up Douglas for 16 yards. He's got 34 yards on 3 catches. Gave him time to get across the field with that little scramble out to the right side, and then he puts on a great pass to him. Credible's 10 of 12 for 122 yards. So now 1st and 10, going with the option once again. Credible up the middle, and he's going to pick up 8 yards this time. They're really keen on Ward so far on these option plays, and that's just going to benefit Credible, but also gives us a lot of more running space. So now 2nd and 2 from about the 6-yard line in a pistol formation. Credible. He looks over the defense, has the snap, play action. Drops back, fires it over. That one's deflected and almost intercepted. Nicario Harper knocked that one down and almost intercepted it on a 2nd and 2. Poor decision by Credible to make that throw. But got lucky basically right there, so we still have possession of the ball. Now we are still at the 6-yard line, 3rd and 2. We are 3 of 5 on 3rd down conversion so far this afternoon. Credible's going to have that snap. Fires it over real quick to Wright, who gets into the end zone. Winston Wright for another touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. He's got 3 of them in basically 2 weeks now. He's having a hell of a back half of a season as we are really getting this thing underway. Now here comes Fitzgerald to put up that extra point, and it goes right up and through the middle there to give us a 14-7 lead. Now we did finally get a stop on the Wolfpack, right? We finally stopped them, so here we are in our next possession. We have an option keeper. Credible cuts it up the middle, breaks 1 tackle, and is brought down after a 7-yard rush. Like I said, they're keen on Ward, but Credible's able to take advantage and pick up the yardage needed. So now 2nd and 3, under 2 minutes to go in the first half in a pistol formation. Credible has the snap, fires it to the left side, and that one gets knocked down. Almost threw the interception, but Quincy Riley unable to come up with a catch and just knocks that one to the turf. So now 3rd and 3 here. Only a couple yards, so should be able to pick this one up. Credible has the snap, rolls out to the right. No one's available. He's fighting forward, breaking tackles, and he runs out of bounds at the 10-yard line. That's going to be about a 9-yard rush and a brand new set of downs for the Seminole offense here. Credible doing that one on his own. Great job reading the defense, finding the opening, and then just pure speed and athleticism to get to that outside. So now 1st and 10. Credible drops back, fires it over to Ward on the screen pass, and he's going to be hit. The blocking didn't get out there in time, and Ward is knocked to the turf for a 4-yard loss. Great play by that Wolfpack defense to snuff that one out. So 2nd and 14 coming into a shotgun, 3 wide. Bunch to the right. Credible has the snap, fires it over the middle. He's got Johnny Wilson, who's going to pick up about 8 yards and get us down to around the 7, give or take, 7 to 6 yard line, and that's going to make it 3rd and 6 here. Time is ticking away. Only about 25 seconds remaining in the half. Credible has the snap, drops back. They bring a blitzing linebacker. He rolls out to the right, fires it. He's got a man, and they're going to call that one incomplete. You've got to be kidding me. It looked like he made the catch. It looked like he made the catch, and that is going to go to a booth review. He had to have made that one. That is too close to call. Justin Jones has the ball, and that foot comes down inbounds. It comes down inbounds. That needs to be overturned to a touchdown. That's not a 4th and 6. That is a touchdown call right there. And wait for it. And there it is. It has been reversed. We got our touchdown we need. Justin Jones, great job getting that foot down. And with this extra point, that's going to make it 21-7 here in this game. And that was a big-time play by our offense and Justin Jones right there, as that will be the score at halftime. 21-7. We're going to take it into the locker room, regroup, rest up, and kind of see where we need to take this game from here. But overall, it's been a pretty good performance in the first half. I will admit we've done pretty well. Louisville had that opening drive where they tied us up to make it 7-7, but our offense has really took over since then. Ward's done. It's been a rough go for him in the rushing game, but overall he's performed the way we needed to. Whenever we've had to have yards, he gets them for us. Winston Wright, man, the kid just makes plays. You know, what else can you ask from him? Coming out of that slot position, the speed that he has, the hands that he has, it just makes plays. Looking at it, we've held him to 82 total yards in the first half in just over 3 minutes in time of possession. We've got 152 passing, 54 rushing for 206 total, with almost 17 minutes of overall possession. So we've really had everything on our side. 21-7 is a little bit closer than what those stats indicate, but it is what it is. Now coming out here in the third quarter, NC State would start with the ball, and they are on the move. Our defense needing to stand up again, and he's going to make a hit and tackle Mitchell down for a 1-yard loss. They had it at 1st and goal, and he's going to get hit at about the 9-yard line and driven backwards. That's going to be a 1-yard loss. Make it 2nd and goal now from the 9-yard line. Here they're going to come out in a pistol formation. 3 receivers all to the left side. As they have the snap, they hand it off to Mitchell to the right side once again, and Briggs comes up big, 3-yard loss. Jalen Mitchell nowhere to go. Briggs gets going to be his first tackle behind the line today, his 3rd in total. Man, that kid has come up in a lot of big situations for us coming off that edge. So 3rd and goal. Cardinals are only 1 of 4 on 3rd down conversions so far this afternoon. And they're going to be a false start penalty. Man, the 1st and goal, it's a loss of 1. 2nd and goal from the 9, it's a loss of 3 yards. Then you have a false start. They're going to be facing 3rd and goal from the 17-yard line. They have only gone backwards. Our defense has done a great job so far, and the crowd making the noise to draw that false start penalty. 3rd and goal, 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And a pistol formation, 4 wide. They have the snap. They drop back, and they're doing a screen pass. Verse chases him down with the loss again for 5 yards this time. Verse brings him down for a 5-yard loss, and that's going to push him back even further. They had a 1st and goal at the 8, and now they have a 4th and goal from the 23. Going to be trying a 40-yard field goal at this point. What a turn of events. Great job by this defense to step up and make the plays when they had to do it. Now that kick is up, and it does go through to make it 21-10. So great job here by our defense to hold them just to that field goal and start the push backwards once they got too close. Now we're going to move on ahead a little bit to the fourth quarter to try to seal the deal up. We do lead 28-10. Right now, but we are pushing to get that game-sealing touchdown. Incredible hit as he throws it over the middle. Wilson comes down with it. 21-yard reception. Did not see that coming. The pressure came completely unblocked. Incredible stood in that pocket and delivered that ball right where it had to be. And that's going to get us all the way down to the 4-yard line. So 1st and goal. Credible in a shotgun formation. Hands that one off to Ward up the middle, lowering his shoulder, and Trayshawn Ward picks up 3 yards. That was a tough little run for Ward right there, but it gets us down to the 1 yard line now. And try to figure, do we spread them out and try to run the ball again? That's probably the safest thing to do at this stage. We got 1 yard to go. Really? How many times are they going to stop us? You know what I mean? Now we're going to come out in a power formation. No need to spread them out. We're coming right at them. They know it. We know it. And Trayshawn Ward gets into the end zone for the second time today. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Seminoles have launched this thing out from an 18-point lead. Right now it's at 24, looking to make it a 4-score game with this extra point. Fitzgerald, boot to ball through the middle. That's going to make it a 25-point game. 4 scores, and that's really all we needed. We did add on 1 extra score there at the end. Garbage time touchdown by us. And look at that, just incredible. Player of the game, 309 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns. And just an overall a great day. Now, while we do wrap this one up, I do want to remind y'all to hit that subscribe button if you have not hit it already. If you did like today's video, give us a thumbs up. It does help out the channel, and I greatly appreciate everything that y'all do for us here at Champ & Sons. Y'all have been incredible for us, done great things, shown amazing support for the channel here over the last few months, and growing the counts and all, and the viewership and everything. And I'm eternally grateful to y'all for that. And also hit that little bell notification icon if you want to be notified of any and all Champ & Sons content. We got a bunch of stuff. Madden, racing, college football, college basketball. Hell, we're even building a zoo, for God's sakes. We got things for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So now we're going to get this one wrapped up here real quick. And we are going to check out these college playoff rankings here in just a second. And there we are. We've moved back up to number 4, kind of where we belong. So with that in mind, everybody, stay safe. And, well, as y'all should know how it goes by now, right? Later, y'all.